Hey there. This is Dr. Pam Perry, and it is October, our cover reveal, and some interesting things too about Speak Sell Shine. We've got some surprise guests in the green room. We're going to have someone coming at halftime. We've got some people that'll be talking about National Small Women's Business Month, because that's what October is. And we're talking about women elevating women. We're going to talk about Black Door Society. We're going to talk about Speak, Sell, Shine. And we're also going to talk about who the winners were for the Top Speakers Award. I know them by heart, and it was exciting. So right after this, I'm going to bring up our special guests.
Are you ready to elevate your speaking career and be a part of a movement that amplifies Black voices? Speakers Magazine is your go-to resource, highlighting top speakers, industry insights, and strategies to take your platform to the next level. Subscribe today and unlock the blueprint for speaker success. Visit www.speakersmagazine.com, the #1 magazine for Black speakers. Subscribe now and start your journey to success. Amplify your voice. Subscribe today.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Natalie A. Solomon. How are you, my Black Door Society? So you see, we have on like the teal. If you didn't know, now you know. We all have on
in my eyeshadow.
Right. Even the eyeshadow, but it's one of the things where teal, black, and gold. Sharon Morton, which is our other special guest, couldn't hold that tea like even for 5 minutes, right? I said special guest. Anyway, she's going to be joining. She's a founder of Black Door Society. And we want to give a shout out to Tracy Eileen as well. Today is her birthday, 60th birthday party today. It's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of moving parts today. But Betty Hines is kind of like our owl sitting on our shoulder, I guess, so to speak. She is our mentor for the Women Elevating Women, which we partner, me and Sharon and Natalie. We have gone up a level, and I'm so big into mentorship. Betty has really been like a mentor to Black Door Society, which is an organization of women opening doors of opportunity for each other. And so we're kind of like the little sister group to her big group. I think her group is almost 10 years old. I think we're going on 4. So she has been a person that has pulled us along, and she has an event coming up in October as well. There's Betty, myself, and Natalie. I actually got an award from Betty. Thank you so much. The Communication Pillar Award, because it's based on pillars. And one of the pillars, me and Dr. Marcia, which is also Black Door Society sister, are traveling to Chicago in October to her event. This was September, which was another Black Door Society lady, right? You know this one, Natalie, because you were there for her photo shoot, right?
Yes, I was. That I was.
I heard it was some things going on in that photo shoot that you all got it together. It was a long
experience.
One. So shout out to Jeff Brooks as well, thanking him as well. But I want to get into the National Women's Small Business Month. And there's a lot of things going on in the world. You know, there's furloughs going on. There is just a whole lot of craziness and things like that. And why it's important for women to elevate women and also to open doors of opportunity for each other. So you may think that, hey, I'm a speaker and I have government contracts, or I had a good government job and I speak on the weekend. A lot of that stuff is being disrupted, changed, pivoted. And you've got to know how to really monetize your assets, monetize your platform. You don't have to become like an influencer, but know how to monetize your gifts. So one of the reasons why I wanted Natalie to come on, because even the gifts can be, I won't say it's a gift, but there could be circumstances in your life that you can use to propel you to another level. So it could be chronic illnesses, which sounds really strange, but I have Natalie explain about what that is. It could be a fact that one of the winners of our Top Speakers Award went through a divorce, and that became like her platform to really become a motivational speaker. I'll talk about that later. Maybe I don't know when I'm gonna say when the winners are. And then also too, there's things that you have that you've done maybe for 30 years or so for corporate, and now you're at an encore career. And maybe you're turning a certain age and it's like you should be retiring, but I call it you're refiring things up. And that's one of the things that encore career is like, okay, you've had this career, now there's an encore, meaning like now you're sharing all the gifts and the talents and all of the experiences that you had to build your business and to build your legacy. And that's really what it is. And I want to give a shout out too to Brian Olds, who's not here, but to my friend Brian Olds, because he was a person that actually came and we partnered. Was it? I think Speakers Magazine is 8 years old. So we partnered about 7 years ago. And so all
Mm.
of the speakers, we both have a heart for Black speakers. So his network and our magazine have been partnering for over 7 years now. Yeah, join blackspeakersnetwork.com. And we got some more people in the green room as well that came from Speak Sell Shine, Marsha Evans as well. And I want to tell you too, sometimes when you have a gift, and this is Natalie, she has a gift to see things that no one else sees. So I'm gonna give you this little private story, okay? So we were doing the Top Speakers Awards, and I have my outfit picked up, come all the way from Detroit to DC at the Howard, and I had it all picked out because I'm telling everybody you need to be 100%, 100%. I forget my belt. And I got on gold shoes, gold jewelry. Gold is the thing. Gold is what I'm about. And I have no gold belt. And I'm running around to all the ladies in the green room, and I'm like, "Do y'all have a gold belt?" "No, I got a silver belt. I got a black belt." I said, "I need a gold belt." I look at Nellie. I said, "Do you have a gold belt?" She said, "I got a necklace." I said, "What?" "Girl, I know I got a small waist, but I don't know if I can put a necklace around my waist, okay?" She says, "No, we'll zip tie it." She pulls out her bag of tricks. I call it Natalie's bag of tricks. And she puts this necklace on me that is gold, that is layered. When I tell you, everybody's like, "I like that belt." I'm like, "Thank you. This is Natalie's necklace." They were like, "What?" I said, "It's zip tied on." I'm like freaking out because she's the person that set up our red carpet. If you go to some of the things, if you follow our hashtag on Speak So Shine, she did the gold carpet. It looked amazing.
Thank
What
you.
she does with things is really a gift that came out of a situation where she needed to have sacred spaces or she just sees things differently. Her background is she's a health advocate and she works for the federal government. But the things that she does is amazing. So, with that, I'm so excited to kind of just have you recap Natalie A. Solomon. .com about what it is that you do and how you came to this point of having this gift, I guess you would say, that kind of speaks for you in places where you go. Everywhere you step, your creative juices are just there. Okay, and you
Thank you.
stage twice. She was a Speak Sell Shine speaker twice last year and
Mhm.
this year as well.
Mhm.
And this year was a little bit different. So, kind of give us a little bit of your story of that.
Sure. Well, thank you, Dr. Pam, so much. Love the recap of the story with the belt. And I actually had bought that necklace and I wore it to our luncheon last year.
And I
And
told
I
you how
had
much I
layered
loved
it
it.
with,
Mhm.
right with our teal, with the teal color that you see Dr. Pam and I have on. Well, my story, I've been dealing and living with, first of all, my name's Natalie A. Solomon, and I am a public health practitioner and wellness strategist. And I really try to guide women that have been dealing with chronic illness, burnout, and just stress, and really make sure that they're taking care of themselves through creating sacred spaces. So, as Dr. Pam alluded to, what I had decided to shift my talk this year. Last year, I kind of gave a preview of me dealing with healthcare challenges, stage 4 endometriosis, adenomyosis, most recently a brain tumor, and just talking about my experience in the operating room or the hospital rooms with the beeping. But this year, I went into what do I do when I go home? How am I healing my space? How do I create a healing space of something that, because it's a chronic illness, I never really will recover from? So I took some time and talked about the different creative spaces that I formed. I have a Zen den, and each part of that room represents who I am as a person, woman, decor, and all those things. So that was just a little bit of the preview into why I started that decor entity and space. It was something to give me something to do while laying on the floor in pain. You have a lot of time to yourself when you're dealing with chronic pain where folks can't necessarily interact with you. So you end up laying there either looking at the ceiling or the wall or something, and you try to take your imagination and basically distract yourself from the pain or the level of comfort that you may be in, or trying to detach from the fact that I'm sick again. I'm in the hospital again. I'm in pain again. These meds aren't working anymore. The doctors may not be listening to me. I mean, all the things that you have to fight through while you're still in pain. And then you come home and you never really get well. You just have flares. So, psychologically, creating a space where I could speak my truth and hopefully be able to help other women do the same.
Michael Wynn, one of your cohort from cohort number 2, says, "Hey, Natalie." He's
Hey,
here as
Michael.
well. And then also Jeff Brooks, he is a
Hey.
speaker friend. Okay.
Yes,
So
speaker friend, photographer
he,
extraordinaire.
yes, yes. So he has actually shot uh, photos for all of the cohorts, and a few of them will be cover people. And one of them is, I want to say happy birthday to Dr. Colette. Her birthday is Sunday. A shout out to her. Let me bring her up really, really quick.
Yay,
There
Libra
you are.
Queen.
Oh, the lioness. There you go. The lioness warrior. There you go. I like that, Brandon. So one of the things I want to say just really quick, the cohort, they went through the training through all of pre-training, like end of August, all of September, October. They did everything 2 days of training on Monday, Tuesday. They had some more training on Thursday. They had a follow-up training on Friday virtually, and then today. So Dr. Colette is about it. So she is hailing from Vegas, and she did her photos. She did all of that. And August is actually national, what we call, it's National Black Business Month. So October is national, by SBA, National Women's Small Business Month, but August is National Black Business Month, and Dr. Colette is going to be the cover.
Mhm.
There you go. There
All
you go. Happy
right.
birthday. There you are.
Thank
So
you.
we had to get those photos together. I had to peep out a little
All
bit, but
right.
no, you are just beautiful. You are beautiful. So
Thank
because
you.
what you do is so apropos for Black Business Buzz. So tell them a little bit about what you do, Dr. Colette.
Okay, well, I am the lioness. I have a nonprofit, Lioness Warrior Kingdom, where I help empower women to overcome past abuses and traumas so that they can dream again and then help them launch into either ministry or business and establish their dreams once again. And then I have a for-profit company called Kingdom Influencer Life. And there is where I help leaders identify who they are and help them to walk in their greatness. You can't quite see the bottom of my background, but it says step into your greatness. And
Mm-hmm.
so I help them identify who are you inside so that you can identify who you're there to lead. Because we
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be leading while bleeding. We want to make sure we're whole and complete. And therefore, we're seeing the gold in others and we're leaving a legacy in their lives.
And that's why I want you on the cover for August for National Black Business Month.
Thank
That part
you.
right there. You can't lead while you're bleeding. Okay. So
Mhm.
that part right there. And just really just the courage that you have stepping out. I don't know if you want to say what your big birthday is, but it is on Sunday.
It is tomorrow, and I'll be 69, and I
There
am
you go.
grateful for every one of those years. Okay, I am 1 year from 70. Thank you, Jesus.
There you
So
go.
yeah,
But these
I'm
baby boomers
good.
out here be booming. You hear me? They be out here
Yes.
booming. She does not look 69. Back in the day, 69 looked like grandma's
Oh,
69 and she's like just really, really, really old. But 69 is like we are on an encore career. We are doing these things. Okay. I
yeah.
mean, Michael Wynn, he's a cohort from last year. He's been trying to retire for years and he still ain't said it, right? He is just keep going up and up and up. It's like more stuff for him to do. George Fraser, our big mentor, also said that life really kind of gets started at about 60. He said,
Yeah.
because you have all the experience, you have all the knowledge, you have all the contacts, you have the confidence, and it's kind of like you
Mhm.
get this thing like, you know what, I got more time, I have less time left than I did behind me, so I better make sure I maximize all this. So that's what
Right.
you're doing. So just
Yes.
get ready, and if
Thank
you have a
you.
book coming out in August, I think that might be a good time to really kind of do it, or an event.
Sounds
um
good.
Do you have an event coming up in August? That might be a good time to plan it because I didn't already put it out there that
All right.
out there.
Let me start working on that.
Yes, yes, that is it. Thank you, thank you. So I wanted to,
Thank
and how
you.
was your experience at Speak So Shine? Just want to give you
Oh
just,
my God.
we didn't talk about it.
Oh,
I don't know what you're gonna say. You can say, Pam, that was a piece of crap. I don't know what is it. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I do know that you
listen,
did kind
I've
of go through
already
the.
posted on LinkedIn and given honor to you because it literally was transformational. It
Oh,
really, really was. It's
that
like no
part.
matter what you think you know, there's so much you don't know. And you and Ryan poured so much into us, and to be able to be on iconic stages and to
Mhm.
actually walk in your greatness, walk in what you know you possess, it literally was monumental and transformable. I can't say enough
That is.
about it. It was amazing.
Oh, so tell us about the part where you were walking through the airport with your sign.
With my sign, right? Okay, so first of all, we get to the Howard Theater and we walk in, and the first thing we're greeted with are these huge posters with our face on it, with speakers across the top, and our titles and our names across the bottom. And it was just like,
And the
oh,
website.
wow.
And the website, right? Like so we
Oh,
could.
yes. And our website. Yes, that was amazing. And then when Dr. Pam said, okay, you're going to take it with you and let's see what happens as you go through the airport. Well, let me tell you, I'm standing in line to go up to the counter, right? And I get to the counter and I'm checking in my bag. And then the gentleman working the counter, he said, was that you on that poster? And I didn't even realize that it was facing him, and because the poster is leaning against the wall at this point, and I was like, "Oh, you see the poster?" He said, "I saw it when you were standing in line. That's a beautiful picture. And who are you?" Okay. It was amazing. And then getting on the plane and asking the steward, do you have a closet I can put this in? He was like, okay, doctor. Yes, sir. I
There
will
you
make
go.
sure that it does not get scratched. It will not. It was amazing. It was amazing.
That is,
Everybody walking by looking, and then they look at you and they look at the pictures. So, yeah,
and
it
you
was
know why I do
amazing.
that? Because
And
I
it's
want
on the
everybody.
easel right now in my living room because it's going to be out for my birthday party tomorrow.
That is good. That is perfect. One of the things I have everybody, Marsha has one too. Marsha had one as well. I want people to see themselves how I see them, which is bigger than life. I want them to see it that way. I want other people to see it. And I don't want you to be shy about it. I don't want you to be boisterous about it, but just people are curious to know your story. They want to know about you. Who is this woman? And then if walking around with a big old sign, they gonna have to ask, right? It's like, well, you could this is it. And there's the website right there. And the websites are together, the LinkedIn is together, everything is all branded together. Because one of the things I always say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And that's one of the things me and Natalie talked about this morning is that if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So at a certain point in time, you could have met someone on the plane and says, we're actually looking for a speaker. Well, it says speakers right here. I am a speaker. So
I'm a
yes,
speaker.
I am ready. So those are the kind of things, whether you are in this particular magazine, like with Betty, or you're in speakers with Brian Knowles, but it's like you need to let people know that you are available and what your subject is that you speak on. Marsha talks about mental health. She has different modalities. She has sound bowl. Thank you so much, Marsha, for doing the sound bowl to kind of keep us centered and that kind of thing. Oh my goodness. And there's Dr. Angela Mack. She likes that stuff too. Conversation starter for sure. She had one last year. She was in the cohort last year and she was walking through. But you never know how it is that when you're positioning yourself, how people will respond to you. We had image consultants. We had Jenny kind of give everybody an overview of like what you should wear. Those are like little touch points along the way for our brand to really there's Marsha there to really understand who it is that we are. And every time you want to be red carpet ready, you want to be appointed at a certain point in time and says, hey, our guest didn't show up, can you MC? Or our podcast guest, can you be available? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I want to say too, a shout out. Kelsey was here a second ago, but Kelsey did the interviews all for us on the press club. She did excellent. She
Yes.
interviewed every single person. And so we all have the clips of being in the National Press Club. So you can say, as seen in the National Press Club. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us, and happy birthday. And I did not know you had that birthday party tomorrow with the big old sign in there. So yeah, so that's the conversation started for real, for real. Yes, yes. Good, good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So Natalie, so between last year and this year, tell us about some of the transformational talks or some of the stages that you have been on.
It's
Books
been
launched. Yeah.
quite right. It's been a journey for sure. From where we were last year and then going to Ready Go Set Speak. That opportunity to have the opportunity to speak, it helped me with my development of my TED Talk, which I have next month. And I'm practicing. I'm in practice and memorization mode right now.
Yes.
My speech has been approved, and all my citations have been verified. So now I can move into the complete memorization of what I'm going through and what I'm talking about. But I will say, when I was going through that process, going on stage with Speak Sell Shine definitely opened me up to another opportunity. To just the fact to be on stage at the Howard Theater is iconic in and of itself. Just being able to go, and the fact that I was able, thanks to Dr. Pam, to go again this year. And then I still was able to decorate, and do some of my decor for my Meraki Sacred Space as part of my business. And it's really just been interacting with all the other speakers. From then, I've been in speakers. This is my second time in speakers. I'm also being able to gain other opportunities in anthologies. I just was in Dr. Teresa Mosley's anthology, and she's also in Speakers Magazine this month, and won an award. Yes, and part of BDS. Won an award thanks to Dr. Teresa for my public health and peace within, and the chapter of a book that she just dropped 2 weeks ago that is also a bestseller.
Yes,
which is wonderful. So that's our third bestseller that I've been in since being involved with Black Door Society, with Speak Sell Shine, and just with Dr. Pam overall. The opportunities have just abounded. Recently, I was able to go on a women's business retreat with some other ladies that are learning to do their TED talk about business, how we can stand up our business.
How'd you meet that lady?
Through Dr. Pam.
So you just got to show up. I'm just
telling you,
Marsha, you just don't know. Dr. Angela, she just had a article just dropped for Authority Magazine. I'm so proud of you. And then Michael Wynn, he knows that if he just kind of shows up, he's on podcast. It's like, you never know. Answer that phone when Pam calls. Answer that phone. It's like, okay, people call me. They know that I'm out here. And it's like, oh, she's so busy. Yes. It's like, okay, well, you want stuff done, give it to a busy person. So they'll say, well, do you have anybody? I'm like, yep, let me send this email out. And Natalie got a chance to go to Morocco. Was not on the plans
at all.
But
at
she
all.
got to go there.
Not
got
even
the scholarship to go to the thing.
Yes.
I want to bring up our other little angel here. There we go. Add to stage. Wait a minute. Where'd she go? Where did I just saw Sharon. Where did she go? Okay, I just saw her. Okay, Brian, are you camera ready? You want to come up and say hi? Say yes? All right, let's go. Add to the stage. Okay, there you go. How you doing, sir?
What's going on?
There you go.
What's going on, Natalie?
Hello, Brian. How you doing?
So we got Brian Halen here. This is a special kind of celebratory October, right? Because this was 2021, the September cover, and you were doing an event and all kind of thing. But he's the founder of Black Speakers Network, and like I said, we've been partnered for over 6-7 years now. And so Brian normally does not come on, so this must be a big deal, okay? Because Brian is like not ever good. So what you got to say, Mr. Brian Oles?
No, I didn't want to say anything. I just thought that I was looking at the calendar and I was like, oh, it's actually National Black Small Business Women's Month. I think I said that wrong.
Yeah, National Women's Small Business Month. It's a
Yeah, so I
mouthful, but
said
yeah,
that must be the
National
perfect time.
Women's Small Business Month.
I was practicing before I got on, and I still messed it up. But I
It's
knew
a
that.
mouthful.
Yeah, but in my mind, I was like, what a perfect way to come back. And then I get to hear Natalie speaking, which, by the way, TEDx speaker extraordinaire. Come on, Natalie.
Thank you.
Natalie, you got to start giving them to them all for free. Like, you got to make them pay for it, you know?
Yeah, I
So,
know. After November, yesterday's prices are not today's prices.
got to
Right,
go up.
right.
So
Yeah.
Pam, I'm just here to celebrate you. I know you know, we've had this tremendous partnership with Black Speakers Network. People have been talking about Speak, Sell, Shine. People have been talking about awards. I just talked with Dr. Will Moreland, and so I
Yeah.
really just wanted to come on and just, you know, thank you for your continued partnership and leadership,
Oh,
creating these stages, and
it's
and I
just
was.
funny that we just met years ago randomly because I liked your vibe. I liked what you were doing. And then over that time, how many people between me and Brian we know that are just part of this ecosystem? You know, Crystal Berger, we've got Cheryl Wood, Della Toro, Dr. Will, Rodney C. Burris, YB. Okay. It's you know, Marshall Fox. You introduced me to Marshall Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marshall Fox was the one that did our book. Oh my goodness. And they all
Well,
got a copy of this.
well, the speaking world, and I actually, so do y'all
I
know
love
Will?
this book. This is the best anthology ever out here. You hear me? It is. It is 30 of us in here all talking about speaking and your 4M process. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, this you taught me the power of that, Pam. And so I was at. Do y'all know Will Packer,
Mm-hmm.
the producer? He did
Stomp the
Things Like
yard.
a Man. He did Stomp the Yard. He, you know, he produced the Oscars. You know
There
which
she is.
one? But it was the first all black Oscar producing. All black production team to produce an Oscar. So he's done incredible work. And so he was at Coppin State University here in Maryland a few
Oh,
days ago. The provost, Dr. Haywood, brought him
yeah.
in. And so I took 2 copies of the Speak Up book. I gave one to Will Packer. I gave one to Dr. Haywood. And
Okay.
he did a phenomenal job. We'll be releasing more content across BSN so y'all can see, because he did a great message. But one of the things I told him is that like putting that book together, like Pam, you were so instrumental, and a book still to this day, especially now with AI, I feel like a book is the best business card you can
Yes.
ever have, because I could have put a business card in his hand. He would have put in his pocket, like signing something, putting something somebody's hand. And guess what? I definitely put a copy of Speakers Magazine
There
in
you
there
go. That's
too.
what I'm
And,
talking about.
and I said, I'm like, hey, I want to put you on. I want to help you get on here. And so now you have a strategic introduction to get into any place. But I told them because, and I also gave another copy of the book to Scott Phillips. I'll tell you about that later, Pam. But one of the things I mentioned to him in there is that we have Les Brown and Dr. George Fraser in
There you
that
go.
book. And the only reason they're in that book is because of you, Pam, because I think we had
They're the
to
giants.
trap Les Brown in a hotel room in Las Vegas and
I
have
am
him
relentless. Yes.
like
We
talk it and then have to transcribe it,
yeah.
all because of you.
Yes. It's like if I have a vision for something, we go for it completely. I see Sharon. Sharon, come on in. I'm gonna put you on stage. She keeps going in and out. Like, I want to bring you up. I just don't want to bring you up randomly. Come on back, Sharon. There you go. Here you go. Hey. Sharon Morton, thank you. She's from SiriusXM, founder of Black Door Society. She's hailing from the DMV as well. You all, a lot of people think I live in the DMV. So all of these people are from the DMV, and I live in the other D, right? I'm in Detroit. So
You might as well. You need to have an office here in the
I
DMV.
really do. My best friend lives in the DMV as well. Clara, she just moved back, guys, from Detroit back to the DMV. I'm like, what's going on? You know, so anyway, so yeah, that is one of the things. So Sharon, thank you so much for joining us, because we want to talk about Betty and the actual issue, National Women's Small Business Month. But I wanted Brian to come on. Brian, typically doesn't come. This is like a big deal when Brian comes on, okay? Because
That's
Brian
my
doesn't
girl
come on.
Pam, too.
And all the cohort, everybody got this book. Everybody gets I got to get another case of these, but everybody gets this book because it goes over the 4 M's that Brian really talks about: the mission of your message, the message itself, marketing, which is really important, monetizing it, and the management. And that's the part where Brian really goes all in, kind of geeks out a little bit, talking about all the systems and the processes to manage and grow, right? That's the part that's not the sexy part, right? We like the monetization, we like the messaging, but that management part, that's the part with the systems and all that kind of stuff.
That's the part. Hey,
That is my thing.
my wonderful
That
niece,
is.
Sister Natalie and Sora Natalie as well. Yes, and you're right, Pam. You need to move here. Hey, sweetie. Hey, and good to see you too, Brian.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure is mine. Pleasure is mine. Where are y'all located, by the way?
I'm in Bowie, Maryland.
I'm in Bowie too.
Yeah.
I'm in Towson.
Oh,
I'm in Detroit.
Yeah, anytime you go, because they could have went. You notice how they didn't say they Maryland or PG County. They're like, no, I'm in Bowie. Like we go
Right.
hyper specific here because
yeah.
They
it
have to
matters.
say Bowie because a lot of times I was coming there talking about it was Bowie. They were like, no,
Right.
it's Bowie.
Right.
It's Bowie. It's
Bowie,
Bowie.
Yeah, we
Maryland.
So they gonna get you straight. You don't say Bowie, you say Bowie. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And
'Cause
it's
yeah,
Prince
that
George's
is
County,
that
the
is
wealthiest Black county in the country, Prince George's County. We don't say PG, we say Prince George's, right,
Prince
Natalie?
George's. That is correct. Prince George's.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
Yes.
mm-hmm.
yeah.
And Pamela
At Morgan
Luhane,
State
she's part of Ready
University.
Set Go Speak. She says, "I love this energy." Yeah, we geek out when we all get together, the Black Door Society ladies and all of that. It's that.
You do.
So
They
So
call
Monet-
y'all Pretty Girl County at Morgan
Yeah,
State.
we are.
University.
Yeah, we are.
That too.
Just so
We'll
you
take
know.
that.
They do call us that. PGC, Pretty Girl County. Yes, yes.
I love
I
it.
just
I
I
love
didn't know if they know that lore nationally, so I just want to make sure everybody is aware.
it's on the tape now. Okay,
Right.
It's on the tape. It's on the replay. Well, Brian, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to have Monet, our producer, kind of calm us down because she was like, "This is not the regular, typical cover reveal." So she's going to put up the cover so we can kind of go through it. We got about a few minutes to go through that. So thank you so much for joining us, Brian. Brian,
good to see you.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Ryan.
Pleasure,
all
pleasure.
right, thank you, Monet. So yeah, this right here, I want you to kind of tell us the story, Sharon, how she became our big sister, I guess you would say, to Black Door Society.
Yeah.
This picture right here, is Jeff still here? Jeff took this picture. He
Yeah.
did amazing.
He really did. I was just talking to Betty yesterday and she loves it. She was like, "Oh my God, I look so good in blue." I'm like, "You do." Well, yeah, Betty, as you probably have already mentioned, is the founder and CEO of Women Elevating Women, also known as WOO. And, I was invited by Christina Sicard, one of our Black Door Society members and a vice president at JP Morgan Chase, to a WOO conference. They actually had it in Washington, D.C. I guess that's been maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So she invited me. She said, "Oh, they're having this event at the JP Morgan Chase headquarters in D.C. You want to come?" I was like, "Sure." I get there. Everybody's so nice and kind. And this really sweet woman named Kamaria Richmond walks up to me, who's also a Black Door Society member, but she wasn't at the time. She's like, "Oh, hi, I love your outfit." We get to talking. I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And so she was like, "You want to meet Betty Hines?" I was like, "Yeah." So she introduced me to Betty Hines. She introduced me to Camille Burns, who's the CEO and president of Women Presidents Organization.
Wow.
Like, every woman in that organization has to be making $1 million or more, right? And everyone in Betty's organization has to be at least at 6 figures. So I'd been saying to myself up until that point that I would love to be in WPO, right? I'd read all about them, but I was like, "Oh gosh, I got to make $1 million. I don't know if I'll ever get there." And fast forward a year, and I was right there meeting both of them, and I asked if they would be a guest on SiriusXM. They, were happy to oblige. And Betty started looking at Black Door Society, and she was like, "Girl, y'all are doing the damn thing over there. Can we partner?" I want to make you all an official partner of Women
Yes.
Elevating Women. And Sharon, I want you to come and MC the 50 fastest growing
Wow.
women businesses at the JP Morgan Chase Gala. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. You were there, Dr. Pam.
Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
It
It was
was.
amazing.
It was. And there was like 1,000 women in the room. And she put me up on the stage to co-MC. And it's been wonderful ever since. So
And the moral to that story for all of it, I see Pamela Luhang and I see Mike Wynn and Dr. Angela, is those that show up go up, because she said, I showed up at an event. And just being in the room, sometimes it's an effort, it's a struggle to really showing up, but be strategic about showing up in the right places. Uh, this particular one, the September issue, talked about Betty's event in October in Chicago. It's not too late. October 22nd through the 24th, their WU National Conference.
yeah.
And when I tell you, it is a networking powerhouse machine. I
Yes.
mean, Betty takes you by the hand. And I'm good about connecting people, but no, she'll pull you by the hand and say, here, go meet this person, go talk to them, tell them what you do. I'm like, okay, ma'am, okay. And then next thing you know, you got a contract and you got things happening. So just showing up sometimes so that people can see you, and then showing up, looking the part, being the part, and having that confidence is really, really what Betty really exudes and shares and tries to show us as well. So I'm really, really big on mentors. I want to talk about, before we go into the issue, about who our top speakers award winners were. Okay. Because mentor of the year was Rashawn McDonald.
Yes.
And he is a person that helped put Steve Harvey on the map. Okay. He was his manager for many, many years. Rashawn McDonald was there. He's a mentor of the year. He's the one that speaks in my ear and tells me, you need to do more of this. You need to do less of this. You need to do more of this. You need to call this person. Or if I'll call him, I says, Rashawn, I would like you to have such and such on the show. No problem. Bring them on. Are they ready? Of course they're ready. They're going to be ready. If I'm bringing them to you, they're going to be ready.
Right.
So those are the kind of things where, like, if Mike Wynn says, hey, Pam Perry said to Rashawn, is like right there. So he was the mentor of the year, but the person that won the entrepreneurial so all of this was done by popular vote. You had the whole month of August to nominate. So a lot of people nominated their friends. But I will say, just as a side note, always nominate yourself as well, because then you nominate yourself and then you actually then can get your friends to vote for you. It doesn't matter. I don't say, oh, well, this person was nominated by. Just nominate yourself for the awards. Always. Don't wait for people to nominate you. I met with a young lady the other day. She worked at a TV station. She says, I see all these people winning awards. I never won any awards. I said, baby, nominate yourself. Okay. Don't be waiting. Just nominate yourself. Or tell your best friend. Everybody got a best friend. Tell your best friend to nominate you. That's what we used to do back in the day. Tell your best friend to nominate you. So me and Sharon, we nominate each other for something. Yes. So anyway, so that was one. So the entrepreneurial speaker of the year was Kelsey Nicole Nelson.
Yes.
And she won that award, and she did not know I had to hold it, but she won all the votes because she was promoting it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then the top speaker that was in the women's
category.
Women's category was okay. Why does it leave me now?
Yeah, I forgot her name. Oh goodness. Oh, she was so good too. Not Nicole. Oh. No, what's her name? Natalie. I can't remember. You remember Natalie?
We got it.
I thought of one person, but it wasn't the person who won that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody put it in here. Somebody put it in the chat.
No, she was. Oh, Sunita. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yes. So let me tell you, Sunita M. Hill. So how could I forget? She's part of the cohort from this year. So I didn't really think. I saw that she nominated and was in there, and I was like, okay, well, she just kind of got started. But let me tell you, girlfriend went on a campaign and she won. Okay, she had the most votes. That was a tough category.
It was so many. It was so
many.
Yeah.
But she did it, and she came up there and she won and she cried. And it's really good because for right now, she works for the government. She's on furlough.
Yeah.
So now she knows that she's got to build up the momentum now. Her nonprofit.
Yeah.
Her nonprofit that helps women with cancer and that kind of thing. So she's really working her business, and she sees the light at that end of the tunnel. That
I
this
always
marriage
tell
needs to
women
be.
that, yeah, when
Yeah.
these opportunities and look at them not as challenges, but as opportunities.
Yes.
You've been
Yes.
laid off. It's the time to build your business, to make those
Yeah.
connections, to get in those rooms. Natalie's going to be in the room, I think, right, Natalie, at
I
the book
am.
conference. Yay!
I
I'm
am.
excited. Yeah, she's going to be
I'm
able
excited.
yes,
Yes.
a
Yes.
whole bunch of, I think 12 Black Door Society members are going to be there. So that's
Good. Good.
exciting. Yes.
The person that won the top motivational speaker of the award, she did not know that she was actually nominated. She said it took 3 hours before, and she showed
Oh,
up, and that was Dr. Sorelda Herman. She won, and she came up and she got the mic and she just started motivating. I said, girl, we can see why you won this one. Okay.
is she the one with all of the group homes, or the I forgot what she has. I think
She's called Married to Your Purpose.
Married to
So
Your
she's
Purpose.
married
Okay.
to your purpose. She went through a divorce after 20 something years,
Oh yeah.
and really God spoke to her, says, you are married to your purpose. And now she's going out motivating other people to live their best life, and
Yeah.
to really live their dreams and that sort of thing. So anyway, that was her, Dr. Sorelda. And then the person that won top leadership award, he came all the way from Orlando. He
Yeah.
was actually the cohort from last year, and he's been on Sirius XM with you, Sharon,
Yeah.
Dr. David M. Walker.
Yes,
Okay,
I was
Dr.
so
David
happy.
M. Walker, and he has done so well. He's done so every year he gets better and better. He was in my Brand Accelerator. He was in Ready, Set, Go, Speak. He's in Speak, Sell, Shine, and now he's a top leadership speaker. I just saw that, and I saw all the votes that came in for him. I was like, go on, sir. That
Yeah.
was a tough category too. It really was. That was a tough category. And then the top health and wellness speaker was Tanika Pack. I think she's from the DMV. I think she's from Baltimore, actually. So that's not DMV. She's from Baltimore, and she won that. And her picture just shows that she was a top wellness speaker. I mean, she had that 6-pack going on. I'm like, okay, and that's not AI. Okay, that was for real. That was a for real 6-pack. So she won that. So we've got top women's issue, top motivational speaker, leadership speaker, entrepreneurial speaker, and women's issue speaker. So those were our 5, and then our mentor of the year.
Yeah.
That was done at the end. We kind of had the cocktails and the hors d'oeuvres, and that was really the first year that we did that, because I wanted people to nominate themselves and then go through a process of letting people vote for you. One, so that they know that you're a speaker. Okay, vote for me for top speakers. Oh, you're a speaker. Okay, yeah. So a lot of people know that. So I did it as a buzz building for your own personal brand, as well as, even if you don't win, you were at least nominated and people
Yeah.
voted for you. So
Yeah,
that was the strategic part of that. So anyway, so this is the cover. Jeff did this. Let's go into the issue now. Monet, that's our producer here. So we're gonna go through the issues really quick.
Wait, before you do that, Pam, I wanted to say I loved how Dr. Willie Jolly came, and him and
Yes.
McDonald were on the stage, and
Oh my God. So
that.
I couldn't hold T, right? Because I was like, he said, I might come by, but then he called me, says, I'm gonna be there. And I was like, okay, I can't tell people that Dr. Willie Jolly, he was a Hall of Fame speaker,
Yes.
just like a Les Brown or George Fraser. I mean, they are our goats, right? They are the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And so when he came to the stage and Rashawn was getting his award, he says, Willie Jolly, you're sitting there. And I was like, okay. So yeah, so I didn't know he had gotten in the room.
Yeah. And we're all station mates too on Sirius XM.
Yes. And that a lot of synergy about that as well, because our media, Carl Brown was there. I love Carl. So he's part of it as well. And he's another one that he says, any of your Speak Sell Shine folks, I know that they're ready. They can come on to his show, and it's about small business.
That's
the
wonderful.
Small Business Report.
Yeah,
that's it. So this one here, let's go to the next page here. This talks about my PR services, but that's a picture of me and Rashawn. It's a picture of Mark. And I kind of said, we're celebrating basically, National Women's Small Business Month. But I said, but we also need a few good men. So we got Ryan down there in the corner. We got Rashawn up there. We got Mark. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's just kind of like, this is a women's issue, but we're going to put some men in there too. We
love Ryan too. We love Ryan.
Oh, he was so good. I mean, everybody's hair was blown back by just all the stuff, all the tea he was sharing about how to get that. And I love this picture. This one here is talking about Sharon. And when I tell you, opening doors, elevating women, leading with purpose, that is her. I saw you when we really gelled when I was looking at your library, and I saw that you had a lot of Susan Taylor's books. And you said, oh, I love Susan Taylor and this and that. But how about I hollered when I saw you at CBC
talking to her, sitting next
Talking
to
to her
her.
and taking pictures with her. I was so jealous. I didn't know what to do.
I love her. I didn't even know she was sitting next to me until I turned. I was so busy running my mouth. Y'all know I like to run my mouth. I turned and saw her, and I was like, Susan Taylor. She's like, hey, I love that dress. I was like, girl, say less.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yes.
she's like the icon, Susan
Yes.
Taylor from Essence Magazine. I grew up. That's why I love Speakers Magazine. This is why I love magazines. This is to the day because of everything that Susan did and what she stands for. So
Yes. Yes.
this little publisher's page is kind of like my in the spirit page, right? I kind of
And
that's kind
that's
of like I channel some of the Susan Taylor kind of motivational things that have to do with speaking. But
Mhm.
Sharon, I love that. So Sharon's information is there. Talk about how to get in touch with her for speaking, for coaching, for Black Door Society, because we've been
for
talking about that, and it talks about her
radio.
accolades
Yep.
and even MCing.
Yep.
And
And big ups to Jeff as well, because he took this picture of me.
ah,
Jeff Brooks,
wow.
our Black Door Society photographer too.
Yes, yes, he did that. He did that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Jeff. He's out there waving his hands. His speaker
Oh
friend.
yeah,
Okay. So the next thing. So the next page are the two other ladies that are Black Door Society, as well as Speak Sell Shine. If you kind of hover over that, Monet, you can see their videos are in there as well. Kind of hover over that. Yeah. So if you go there, you'll see the speaker reels from when they were in at the Howard Theater. So Dr. Teresa's video is in there. Her speaker reel, Natalie's speaker reel from last year is there as well. And that's a picture from her on the stage. Both of those, Jeff took those pictures as well. Okay. So Dr. Teresa is oh my God, Her Excellency. That's like her official title. But she's an ambassador of peace. And then Natalie, when she was at the stage at the Howard Theater. So again, if you are in the magazine with someone, make sure that you realize now that you're in a collective together, and to reach out to each other. It is made so that it's like a directory, so you can give this magazine out, or you can actually take the JPEG from the website and actually use that as a mini one sheet if you're pitching yourself to a podcaster. And it's like, hey, I'd like to be on your podcast. It's like, oh, send me something. Instead of just putting the bio, just put the JPEG in there and then put your website or something like that. And then they have what you look like. And then you can even share the link that's in the magazine for them so that they can hear you as well as see you. So it's all intentional of that. So at the bottom of that, it says to book Natalie to speak, facilitate, lead workshops, because she's excellent at facilitating.
Yeah.
Facilitating is a thing. Right. A lot of people want to do just keynotes, but facilitators get paid a lot of money too. And if it's your gift, which Natalie it's her gift, you get paid to be a facilitator. And that's one of the things too. And so Dr. Teresa, creating Ambassadors of Peace, LLC. She is a veteran, a U.S. Army veteran. And so she just recently shared a lot of information about how she's getting training or contracts and things like that, where she can get subcontractors within her the training that she just went through on that. So so once we learn some secrets, we share them with each other. That's one of the things that women do, especially women elevating women. She was one of the few women in that cohort for the U.S. Army. So anyway, go on to the next page. I think this one is this is a center spread. So both of these are videos of Betty as well. I think this particular video is the video when you were in your podcast studio. I think it was in your living room.
It is, yes. I converted my living room to my SiriusXM radio studio per the recommendation of Dr. Pam.
It was beautiful. Oh my God. It was so, I was like, you know what, girl, you got a studio right here. I mean, you can even start charging people to come in there and do their podcast.
Gorgeous.
I really could.
Yes. So that's the video that's there where you see Betty and you see Tiana, you see the Christina.
And the other WOO members too, Dr. Jeanette, and who else was there? PR. Sandy Arnett.
Sandy Arnett. They were in that video as well. So that's one of the things. And again, those orange pictures are the ones that Jeff took as well at the BDS, because she was a keynote speaker.
That's right.
Keynote speaker at our induction that we just had this last year. Was it last year?
This year, March.
This year. Yeah, this March. So so Betty is again, I'm telling you, Dr. Colette, you know, like I said, she's just getting started. Her organization is only 6 years old, and it is really, she's coaching a lot of leaders.
Oh wow.
And that's one of the things why Betty can't be here. She's doing a lot with her platinum people that she coaches,
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. So she's busy.
There.
She's north of 70.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she is busy and doing the darn thing. But
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
things, just like Dr. Colette, she really wants to help people with legacy building.
Yes.
So that's really, really good.
Yeah.
And then the next page, I think we're doing good. We're on 10 minutes. And the next page is Ashley and uh, Kelsey Nicole. So let me tell you about this. Ashley, they did the red carpet. I met Ashley, really met Ashley through Sharon.
Right.
Okay. So she came out and she did your
She
red carpet
did
for your
our
birthday.
She did the red carpet
Mhm.
for my birthday, and she also did red carpet for
Yes.
our last luncheon,
Community
Luncheon.
awards.
our Black Door Society luncheon, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
did.
did. That was I was on the red carpet, so I didn't really get a chance to talk to her that much.
Yes.
So I was running around, but she did the red carpet for that. And she is a journalist by trade. She worked for when she first got out of school, she worked for the Washington Post, and she's worked with Roland Martin, this and that. But now she's like an influencer. She is her own blank brand. And really, the main thing is that people hire her to do the red carpets, to do the interviews. She puts together highlight reels. I mean, Ashley is that type of journalist that has learned how to monetize their content and their skills.
Yeah.
She is the creator of, and she got a trademark, Now Go Be Fabulous. Okay. Now Go Be Fabulous. And she says guest appearance on Fox
Oh
and
yeah.
that sort of thing. But yeah,
Well,
read about Ashley.
Yeah. Ashley's lovely. We love her. She's always supporting us. And yeah, she's on Fox. She's on a lot of the
yeah.
local stations all the time as a regular.
Yeah, yeah. And she helps people. She does MCing, she
Yeah.
does broadcast services, she does brand consulting. So again, this is a young lady that knows how to monetize, knows her value and knows her worth, and knows how to really push it out there. The same thing with Kelsey Nicole Nelson. The same thing. I mean, these two young ladies, if you watch them online, you can see that the media, traditional media is important, but building your own platform is important, because you could look at what happened to Joy Reid. Even though she was on MSNBC, now she's on Substack.
Yeah.
Don Lemon, he was on CNN, now he has his own platform. They have more freedom and
Yeah.
flexibility. Roland Martin too, again, he has a Black Star Network. So when I tell people, I said, you can do this yourself, you just have to be consistent.
Yes.
Kelsey and Ashley are consistent with their brand. They are serious about their brand. And I just love both of these ladies. They were part of Speak Sell Shine for a reason, because they actually show people from example what's possible. And they're young ladies. Like when I
Yeah.
say young, they're under 40.
Yeah.
They're like that under 40, you know. And I tell people too, if you're under 40, make sure you find those awards.
Yes. Yes.
When you get over 40, you can't nominate for the under 40 awards.
And also, Ashley's team does a phenomenal job with video production.
Yeah, they do.
Produce all of our videos for our induction ceremonies. They
Mhm.
produced my 60th birthday video. They are amazing. I think they were at Speak Sell Shine too.
Yeah, we're waiting on our video. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they do an amazing job.
Yeah, that is it. That is it. So thank you to those two ladies there. And then the next two pages are some men, I believe. No, this is, yeah, we got one. So Kern Cherry, she's another one that I partner with a lot. She does a lot of women's conferences, Women's Success Conference. Kern Cherry is a powerhouse. She had a serious illness last year. It was very, very serious, but she's coming back strong now. And she is a person that does so much. She has her own magazine, she does her conferences, and she's hailing, I want to say, out of Alabama, I believe.
Yes, she is. Yep, it's Alabama.
It's Alabama. And I was like, I never known all that was going on in Alabama.
Yeah.
So we kind of tease her a little bit. And Jeff Cade, he is a health and wellness speaker. And he is a person that really helps men, especially, take care of their health. Because, you know, sometimes men don't like to go to the doctor and that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
his mission is to really help men to really learn how to take care of themselves with holistic health, wellness type of thing. So Jeff is in here. And then this other gentleman here is just dropping a book. This, the next one, Monet, is Marcus Robinson. So he's been on, and you can see like the pictures that you have of people are important. So he's got a really nice shot, and he was on the TV station. He took a screenshot from the TV station. And the same thing with Speak Sell Shine. You're on a set, on a TV station at a desk. Take that picture and use it as part of your portfolio. So you can read a lot about Marcus as well. So towards the end, We've got more men in here. We got Money Making Conversation with Rashawn. Again, Rashawn is a person that helps people really build their brand. He works with Stephen A. Smith and some other people as well. But there's like nobody that probably Rashawn does not know. I
Right.
mean, I can call him and say, "Do you know such and such? I'm trying to get in touch with them." He'll be like, "Yep, here you go. Here's your number." I'm like, "Oh my God, you know everybody."
Yeah.
And then Aubrey's like, "Does he know Beyonce?" I said, "Yes, he does, but he's not gonna give me Beyonce's number."
Right.
Okay. You got to buy a ticket like everybody else, ma'am. Okay. So yeah, don't think you could just like just because I know people that know people, you ain't getting no free tickets to nothing. You know, that's her main thing. It's like, do you think you could introduce me to Beyonce? Nope. No reason for you to meet Beyonce. Okay. You just buy a ticket. And then the last one is just really kind of wrapping up this whole thing about Speak Sell Shine. And there's a picture of you, Sharon, where you were on the stage there. And the
Yeah.
reason why we did the media panel, and you can kind of talk about this, you were there for all three. Okay, you were the first one, the second one, the third one. The first one we did it at the press club in the conference room at a table. Then the second year we did it at the Howard. And then this year we did it in the studio. So give me a comparison and you can kind of see how I made this evolution. Give me a comparison of each one.
Yeah, well, I think all of them were fantastic, but this last
Um,
in the studio at the press club, the prestigious National Press Club, made it feel like it was, well, it was a set,
yes.
TV set, and
Yes.
you had a live audience, and
Yeah.
you had amazing media people that have been
Hmm.
in media for many, many years.
Yeah.
And folks from the audience were allowed to ask questions of all of us and get really great information. But
Hmm.
it did really feel like it could have been a TV show. That's what I felt like. It was a TV show with a live audience this last
Yes,
time.
and that was the look that I was going for. The Howard was good. The stage was good for speaking, but not necessarily for the panel. Even though they did get to talk, but everybody was on the same level because you were on the stage and they were down here. Where
Right.
we're in the studio, everybody was here at the same one. And the
Yeah.
press club again, you all were elevated on a stage, and they had to come. So I wanted everybody to be on the same level so they could connect with everybody directly. And then we went to dinner,
Yep.
right? So we just walked, not walked, but we took the elevator and went to the 14th floor to have dinner. So that was like the main reason why I wanted to have that everything at the press club. So we kind of had to go between two facilities, but that was fine. That
Yeah,
was
and
fine.
the dinner was really a bunch of networking and people
Mm.
exchanging numbers and talking to each other about, working on contracts together. The dinner is always, I love that. That's one of the best parts for me.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
to really talk to to people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And then Marsha, she did the sound bowl for us as well at the
Yeah.
at the very beginning and end to kind of settle everybody. I want everyone, once they start telling me their gifts, how to use their gifts. Like Michael Wynn is about habits, and Pam Luhang, she's really about processes and making sure that people who are just getting the coaching that they know what it is that they need to do first, second, and third. So yeah, so thank you guys so much. Let's go back to full screen, Monet, so that we could get the full screen. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So yeah, so thank you all so much. I mean, you can see everybody the full circle of partnerships, collaborations that are going on with everyone. It's like, partner with Betty, partner with Brian, Black Door Society. Those are really, really important, and leveraging um, how to really help each other go to the next level. There's a lot of
Yeah.
craziness going on politically, but we can be our own ecosystem and help each other.
Yes.
Where we don't have to depend so much on government, but we actually have our own ecosystem, and we support and endorse each other and recommend and refer.
Yeah.
That's really the whole point. Recommend and
Yes.
refer. And
And
you
not
got something you put in someone's hand. It's like,
yeah.
hey, I was in this magazine, or hey, I was in this magazine,
Yeah,
and you could actually send it out. And the last thing I'm gonna say is just show up. Just
yeah.
show up to things.
Yeah. It's
Those that
important.
yeah, those that show up go up. It really just show up to things. Come to Woo, go to woocrew.com, go to speakersmagazine.com, different places where woocrew.com is where you find out all the information about how to join that. Black Door Society is another one. Follow us on Instagram
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, blackdoorsociety.org is really, really good. And then you want to find out maybe about Speak Sell Shine. I keep Speak Sell Shine. if I got
That
that
was
whole.
really, really good. Yeah, I congratulate you, Dr. Pam,
Thank
having
You did
you.
a
such a
phenomenal
big
job.
event. Yes, and I want to also congratulate Natalie because she has really, really, she's
Yes.
just shining, Natalie. Okay,
Thank you.
so proud of you. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. You all
Yeah.
had a part in that with my connections, everyone. I'm telling you, the Black Door Society, meeting Sharon, Dr. Pam, being able to do Speak, Sell, Shine, Ready, Go Speak, the TEDx,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
other,
And
all
Dr.
these.
Roz was responsible for really
Yes.
making sure that
Mhm.
that everybody did that TEDx. That
yeah.
is,
Yes.
that's the thing. I just love everybody. We're so open to sharing. We
Yeah.
really are. We're open to sharing. We don't try to hoard things and keep it a secret. I mean, I don't keep nothing secret. So you can ask me anything. It's like don't tell Pam if you want to keep it a secret because she's a promoter. She's gonna tell other people. So you
Right.
want to make sure that you just show up for things and really be participating in that kind of thing. And if you want to get featured in the magazine, you could go to speakersmagazine.com to get featured. It's an open thing. We're working on our November issue. So that right there is the cover for that. We'll do with Sunita Hill because it is she won the
Yeah.
women's issue award winner. And also too, it is Lung Cancer Awareness Month, and that's why she created her nonprofit because her mom passed of lung cancer. And
Oh.
so for the last 5 years, she's been running this nonprofit where she gives free services for women as a respite for them to come to that. I can't pronounce it. It's not Peace on the Potomac, but Peace on
Patuxent.
Patuxent. Peace on
Mhm.
Patuxent. Thank you,
Right.
Patuxent. Okay. That's like one of them spelling bee words, right? Spell Patuxent. Okay,
Yes.
sit down. You didn't spell it right. You didn't even say it right. Okay. Peace up protection. So it's a home, it's a respite for women to actually come there and actually get respite care and when they're going through all of the chemo and things like that and they just need a place. So she does that free. She's been doing it for 5 years in honor of her mom. So
Oh, no.
November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. So she's going to be the cover. Jeff is pulling out some pictures for me so that we can have it together. And so thank you all so much,
Thank
Ron. Thank you,
you.
Black Door Society. And a shout out again to Tracy Eileen.
Yeah,
Her
Tracy.
Happy
birthday
birthday,
party weekend
sis.
is going on. Yes, yes, yes. And
Yes.
also Dr. Colette, her birthday is tomorrow. And
Yeah.
Happy
also Dr.
birthday.
Reggie, his birthday is tomorrow as well. So
Okay.
these little October babies are just out here doing the things.
Right. Thank you, Dr.
Libras.
Pam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you,
God
Dr.
bless you.
Pam.
We did. All right. We did good.
Thank
We
you.
did good.
Right.
We're right at the right time. Already. God bless you guys. And I will
God
talk
bless.
with you all later. Bye bye.
All right.
Thank you.